Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Journey to Become Wealthy. My name is Kelvin Reed, and today is Monday. We had another exciting market Monday to start the week off. You all know that last week we came down hot and heavy. We ended up lower than ever. If you looked at last night's video, you saw the year to date down pretty much every index under 20%. Some of them might have made a slight recovery today, but I'm going to tell you how I feel that's slightly suspect in these markets during this time. But before I get into it, make sure you like, subscribe to the video, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I make videos. So let's talk about it, right? Today we're up over 2% in almost every index after taking a heavy beating last week. This pretty much set us flat or wiped out all losses for last week. So let's check it out, right? We got the Dow Jones up 2.66% today. On the week, up down 0.069%. We just looked at this yesterday, and it was down 2% for the week. But this heavy gains pulled it through. S&P 500 up 2.59% on the day. The 5-day only down 0.54%. So we made a major recovery for the week. For the day, up 2.27% on the NASDAQ, down 1.49% for the week. And we got the Russell up 1.52% for the week, up 2.65% for the day. So look at how this knocked out. This basically wiped out all our losses, right? All our losses. And y'all know I love the S&P 500, right? So we hit our low, a new low. We hit our new low right here on September 30th. Only for us to make a 2% recovery in a day on Monday, right? 2% recovery, you all. And really, it was up 3% and came back down slightly. So we could have wiped those losses out completely almost, but we didn't. That right there for me gets kind of suspect. Now, I have been doing my research. I've been watching videos and reading and finding articles all day and night, early this morning and tonight. And a lot of people are saying that September is usually one of the worst months of the year. And they also say that October finds the bottom during an election year. So that means we could have found the bottom already and we could be looking towards a rally. However, I could be wrong, right? Because we got to know what's going on around the world, though. I mean, people think that the Fed have been entirely too aggressive during the election year. They say that the government tries to help us out and boost the markets back up. We started to see some of the best weeks, days. Now, this does not mean that we won't see a recession in 2023 or a deeper recession in 2023. But this means that in the short term, we may have found the bottom and we could potentially be rallying. I am not gonna call that, y'all. I'm not gonna call it because right now I'm kind of suspect of these numbers. These jumps are just way too drastic for me, and we know that in the past, anytime that if it looks too good to be true, it usually is. It usually is. One thing I want to talk about, Tesla, y'all. Tesla took a beating. We just saw Tesla running up. Tesla was one of our better stocks so far for the year, for the month, whatever the case may be, short term, long term. Whenever the last time we saw it and we talked about it. And here we are today. This bad boy came down 8% today. 8%, y'all. And that's due to news saying that Tesla is not getting the supply, not meeting supply and demand, basically. They're not getting the order flow as expected or as it used to be. So Tesla took a major beating. It came down hot and heavy today and pretty much traded sideways. So it came down hot and heavy in the early morning. I made money off of that. Y'all know how I do. I love Tesla. And it traded sideways. I pretty much should have found me something else to trade, but I already had my eye on it coming down deeper, and it didn't. So I took my win and kept it moving. So that's what I had. You look at most of the rest of the market though. So we can take a look at the rest of the market. Y'all know how we do that, right? Our stock heat map. Take a look at the rest of the market, and everything else is pretty much green. I mean, the market basically boomed. Look at this. Everything with the exception, well, pretty much everything with the exception of Tesla boom. Of course, we see some red, Rivian, Neo, XPV, Xpong. We see a little red, but for the most part, the large majority of the markets flourished today. Pretty much big green, beautiful green, bright green. And that's what we like to see, over 2% gains on the day to recover a lot of those losses that we experienced on last week. Now, I don't know if it recovered all of those losses, but it recovered a nice piece of it, and hopefully you all bought the bottom. I did a little shopping last week Friday myself because I knew really it's just too low and too good for me to be true for me. Of course, I continue to buy lower, but you know how it goes. I do expect things to go lower, so I am not telling you all to buy, hold, or sell as of right now. I just like to take advantage of good opportunities when I see them. Last thing to check out, right? We gotta check out our fear and greed. We got a 23. This bad boy is bouncing back, y'all. We had a 15, 17, 14, and now we're at a 23. So I mean, we're easing back towards the neutral zone. Is this just for the short term for the month of October? Like I said, I've been hearing a lot of guys talking about short term. We could be seeing a really good rally. And y'all know for me, we like to trade with the market. So we're gonna see how it opens up tomorrow, and based on that, we'll really make a solid decision. But as of right now, it's just too much uncertain for me to be sure. So I can't give you all any good advice or any good predictions. Right now, my gut is telling me tomorrow's gonna be a red day, but just looking at the economy and looking at what's going on, you really can't tell. The month of October, we do not have any Fed speeches or any rate hikes. So you don't. I mean, there's no negative news. There's no major negative catalyst. And in the month, so also though, that could mean in the month of November we could see inflation go up, and that could be a double negative for us. So who knows, right? Because we know our next Fed meeting is in November. I want to say it's the 1st and 2nd, but you all know I'll keep y'all updated as we get close to that date. I want to say this week we might have some job earnings and some reports on Friday. Of course, I will let you know before we get there, but I'm pretty sure this Friday we have some job reports that really won't make a heavy impact, but it'll be very informative. It's good to know what's going on in our economy. Just like I told you all yesterday, we know the housing market is coming down, and it could be predicted to come down even lower. We got to know that around the world, Britain, some credit companies are doing bad. Tesla came down hot and heavy, and you saw how that affected Rivian, Neo, Xpeng. All of these are EV companies. So, you got to know what's going on around in order to know what's going to happen to the companies and stocks that you like and love. So I just try and keep you all up to date on that. So for right now, you all know the wealthy word for this week was correction. Is the market correcting right now? Do we have the potential to see a heavy rally going up for a short term rally, nice rally, Christmas rally? All these different rallies they usually happen around this time. Election rally, Christmas rally, relief rally. Are we seeing that? Or is this a bull trap and we seeing this bad boy run up for today and potentially coming down hot and heavy tomorrow? As of right now, we don't know, but we're going to trade with the markets. Hopefully you all made some money. And I thank you all for joining Journey Become Wealthy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you got any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section. And I'll see you all later.